Hey guys, Marty Boots here. Today I just want to make this video to show you why the bottom is most likely in on Bitcoin. CryptoTech have a Discord group, and in there we have a group of very intelligent traders and investors, and we talked about this last night. I just thought I would post this quick video just to update everybody on the situation. Now you can see here, obviously we had the bull market and then we had the big bear market, and now we're kind of coming out of that, and the moving averages are converging together. I just want to show you what I'm looking at, and I just want to show you some proof of how this market could have already bottomed, and it's quite substantial proof. Now this chart on the right is the Nasdaq in the tech bubble, and it's almost identical to Bitcoin. I mean, the drop was steeper, but the drops are very similar in nature, in percentage wise and everything else. Now you notice how we fell. I'll do it on the Nasdaq. You notice how we fell the whole way down, and the support of the 200 monthly EMA and the 200 monthly MA held as support. We pierced it and we came back above. Now we didn't get the pierce on Bitcoin, but that doesn't really matter. The support held, and I want you to notice the moving averages. Look at the spacing as price climbs higher and holds them, and this is essentially is the bottom of the tech bubble, which the market has never seen again since. The market has just went higher and higher and higher. So compare that to Bitcoin here. We fell exactly into the 200. This is a weekly chart on Bitcoin, so that is the difference. This is a weekly chart and a monthly chart on Nasdaq. Notice how we broke above the moving averages, and then we exploded and we got above the 20 EMA and the yellow 9 EMA, and we're now at the blue 50 EMA. And you can see here the blue 50 EMA, it held up for months and months and months on the Nasdaq chart, which implies it will hold here for weeks and weeks and weeks on the Bitcoin chart. So if we can consolidate for enough in a bullish flag manner and hold the moving averages in enough time, with enough consolidation, this can cement itself as really good support. Exactly what we done here on the Nasdaq. It cemented itself as good support because we had, well, this was months, but we had weeks, months at this level, and it cemented as support and used the moving averages as that support and that guide to guide the trend higher. Now I'll just zoom out here a little bit. You can see the monthly chart. So you can see, I want to point this out very importantly. This is essentially the 4,200 level in Bitcoin. I'll just draw this here so people don't get mixed up. Well, it's 4,100 there, but anyway, whatever, around that area. You can see we rose a lot higher, and in the financial crisis, so we rose for a long time without any pullbacks. Everybody's waiting for a pullback here on Bitcoin to get in. You might not get that for a long time. And you can see here in the financial crisis that this was 7 years later, 6 years later, well, 5 years, 5.5 years later, whatever. In the financial crisis, we had that dump, and it's only then that we actually got that buy point that everybody's looking for down at the 4,200. So it was years later on the monthly Nasdaq chart, which implies on a weekly basis it'll still be a long way out. It could be the end of the year or so by the time we get that dump. If the timelines are similar, and the trend looks very similar, almost identical in the moving averages and stuff. So we might have to wait a long time to get this buy point. But if we ever do get that buy point into the 4,100, 200 level, it's a really good bet. Basically, it's a good risk reward trade if we ever get back down there. But for now, we need to be looking at the trend of Bitcoin to be following similar to the Nasdaq after a 90% drop or 85% drop, whatever that was. So that's what we're looking at, and that's what we're keeping an eye at in our Discord group. And I think it's pretty important. I mean, you can see here what actually happened in the scheme of things. Um, you know, as the Nasdaq moving up, 500 and something percent in the stock market. I mean, the Bitcoin will outpace that, outnumber that immensely if the same thing happens. We could be talking on, I'm throwing out figures here, but you could be talking 50k Bitcoin price if the similar thing happens in Bitcoin here. Even back to the highs. You're talking 300k in Bitcoin. If it does the same as a Nasdaq, you are talking 50k roughly in the ballpark. So that is it for the video, guys. I just want to point that out, and I think it's a very important chart to keep an eye on, and just to see the structure, see it build structure. This is building structure here, and using the moving averages as a base, as it trends higher into the bull market. And essentially, here's the kicker, guys. Here is in the stock market, in charting. If you are above the 200 moving average, you are in an uptrend. You are in a bull market, essentially. So long-term Bitcoin is still in a bull market if it is above the 200 moving average. That's a weekly moving average, by the way. That is considered a bull move. It's considered a bull trend. It's considered a bull market. So we have no other reason, guys, to think that these lows are going to get taken out yet. We have to assume, and in technical terms, this is a bull market. I don't care what people say. I mean, we've had an 80% drop from the highs, but we are still above the 200 weekly moving average, and this is considered a bull market. This is why the Nasdaq rose 500%, is because the long-term trend is in a bull market. Look at this. I mean, the long-term trend is in a bull market. It doesn't matter if you have a 200% drop or 200% drop, a 95% drop. It is in a bull market, and the 200 moving average shows that. And this is exactly what we're doing in Bitcoin here right now. So there is no question in my mind at the moment that we are not in a bull market. We are in a long-term bull market. Now, we obviously, you don't know 100%, but this is what the chart is showing us. We are still in a bull market, and in a long-term bull market. So anyway, that's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and please give it a thumbs up. And we have a Facebook page. The link is below. You can send us a message to join our Discord group. As I said, we have a lot of very intelligent people in there, and good traders and investors. So if you'd like to do that, just send us a message, and please subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.